Hi guys, for some eagle-eyed fans of mine and the lighting in the room, you may notice that there's something on my face below my eye. Please ignore it. I'm using a pimple patch, not sponsored. I wish I was, but no. I thought I woke up with a mark under my eye, like you know when you sleep and a mark was left on your face. Then I thought it was some weird beauty mark that just came about. No. It is a pimple. It looks cute under my eye. Like it looks like if you think it's a beauty mark, it looks cute, but it's not, so it's not. By the way, I made an oopsie. I forgot that there were more things for White Wolf that I liked and disliked. So I'm going to start off with those really quick. Guys, if you saw a cut, it's because I accidentally said the culprit's name. The guy going over the cliff at the end I found funny. Snowmobile chase is so aggravating. Every time he leaves your line of vision, you get like 30 more seconds added on. I like the awards. I like the speakeasy music for the next game, the trailer, and the trailer. So those are the things from White Wolf that I forgot, but this week we're talking about Legend of the Crystal Skull. There's a skull up here. We've named him Nickel. So Nickel's the name of the skull that my sister drew. And let's talk about the characters, then I'll show you them, and then we'll get into it. So, Henry Bolle Jr. Henry's parents passed away while he was young, and he was sent to live with his great-uncle Bruno. Bruno never spent much time with Henry, but he left him a sizable portion of his estate. Could emotional and cunning Henry have schemed to control his last living relative's assets and secrets? One thing I do want to say is, so I was looking up a picture of Henry to show you guys, right? Henry is fine looking, but I was finding a picture to show you. And I saw, I kid you not, Henry Bolle fan fiction. I don't know. Lamont Warwick. Lamont Warwick is the proud owner of Zeke's, a colorful curio shop crammed with unusual and eclectic merchandise. He's always looking for treasure amongst another person's junk. It's a great way to make a quick buck. There are a few precious items that are authentic antiques, priceless pieces he likes to procure. A crystal skull would attract a lot of buyers and a lot of money. Renee Amand. Renee Amand was the housekeeper for Bruno Bolle. Since she spent so much time in his presence, she also knows a lot of his secrets. Dark secrets he didn't want anyone to know, but others would have killed to discover. Would she have resorted to murder just to possess a mystical skull? Gilbert Buford. Dr. Gilbert Buford found the unconscious body of his friend Bruno Bolle and declared that no autopsy was necessary. As Bruno's confidant, he knew that Bruno owned a mystical artifact believed gave him immortality. In his old age, Gilbert certainly could use a crystal skull to improve his own chances of cheating death. So there's Henry, Lamont, Renee, Gilbert Buford. Oh, and Iggy. You have to dress up Iggy. So I wanted to add Iggy in there. Anyway. So Legend of the Crystal Skull. Letters and music, common theme. It was a rude of Skeleton Man in the beginning to knock us out with a smoke bomb. I love going through the mini cemetery in Bruno's house. Like, you could press things and things make noise, and he maybe like a bone pops out of a crypt at some point. Like, you play music on this arch. It's great. And the music is from the original Secrets Can Kill. The best. Shorty at the gumbo stand. So when you go, I found this funny because when you go to order at the gumbo stand, it literally has the bottom half of Shorty. Like it has the apron and the checkered shirt and someone with a southern accent. I mean, it's like a New Orleans accent, but you know. Looking around the curio shop. I like looking around the curio shop. You see things from past games, but you also see new things. Lamont trap cutscene. So I like the cutscene where we set up the trap for Lamont with like the sneezing powder, and like they show you a cutscene of him watching it, and it's funny. Professor Hotchkiss. I have a laughing face because Professor Hotchkiss is just amazing. Like people who don't like that character, like what are you doing with your life? Bruno's study. I like going through Bruno's secret study. There's just a lot to do. The bowling game gets a little annoying, but as long as you get the angles right, you'll be good. Wasps. Wasps is a huge annoyed face because literally Nancy should take more than one loquat when she knows she needs to go back to Iggy multiple times, because the more you do the Wasps puzzle, the harder it gets each time. I hate it. Bruno's puzzles. I like most of Bruno's puzzles. They're pretty cool and well thought out. I don't like the teeth puzzle because that gave me so much grief, because it's not from your point of view as the dentist, it's from like the patient's point of view of where the teeth are in the mouth. It's confusing. Let me just say that. You're pulling books and it's confusing. Moving eyeballs looking at each other. So I like moving the eyeballs at the end of the game, and when they're looking at each other, I found that funny. Matching puzzle. It would be better if it was lighter. You'll notice at the end of the game with the matching puzzle, it's in a very dark lit thing. It would be better if it was a little lighter and you could see. Bernie eats the skull. Bernie is an alligator and he eats the skull, and I find that funny. And the awards and the trailer are good things. I'm just making sure there's nothing else because I forgot to look, I guess. Let me make sure the culprit's name is never said. No, it's not. Okay. So this is Nickel, the skull, and then I'll show you the smiley faces. So that's it. That was Legend of the Crystal Skull. There wasn't much to say for that game, sadly, because it's actually a pretty short game in theory. If you pretty much do everything that you need to do, it's a pretty short game. And next week, and next week we will be talking about Phantom of Venice, which is one of my all-time favorite games. It'll be so interesting, and we're catching up to where I am in my playthrough, so I gotta get through it, because I'm on the Captive Curse, you guys, and that's not too far away. So I'm trying to give myself some leeway with these games, but I have to play it on my sister's computer because we can connect that to the TV, and it's just easier for her to see what I'm doing that way. My computer sometimes connects to the TV, but my computer's temperamental, so. Anyway, so hope you guys enjoyed. Next week we will be doing Phantom of Venice. Again, you know there are no Wednesday videos because this book is taking me forever to get through it. You can see how kind of big it is. So it's taking me forever to get through it, but I promise you I will. Also, this was from a while ago, but I saw a comment on one of my book videos. It was one of my Nancy Drew videos. And the person commented, I only read books written by men. And at that time, that comment baffled me because I was like, the Five Nights at Freddy's books, which I was covering at that time, are written by Scott Cawthon, who is a man. And the Skeleton Creek book was written by a man as well. And there are a handful of books written by men and women, but I mean, if you don't like books written by women, you don't have to read them. It's you can read them. I just give out books that I personally like, so Shadowhunters and things like that. I just shout it out because I like them. Ed and Lorraine Warren's books, Sarah Destin, I just kind of like them. So I'm just coming here to see if a bunch of you like them too. So that comment just kind of baffled me because at the time I was doing books written by a man. So, and then it was also commented on, I think, a Nancy Drew video, which didn't make sense because that wasn't a book. But anyway, yeah, so Wednesday videos will be coming as soon as I finish that book. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!